Hello and welcome to ARL for Saturday Realistic Tier. Today we are racing around China for round 4 of the championship, and as you can see we have a wet quali. With me today at very short notice is Raptor F143. Say hi. So yeah, we're going to be watching the full qualifying today, as we have 17 drivers. It's expected that Y-Boy Jake, who has a quali ban, will be one of the 2 drivers to drop out in this session, but it's currently still wide open as we see the first couple of cars go out on track, starting with Tom Katori, who's driving his racing point for this evening. Many cars starting to pile out the pits because they all know that they're going to have to set laps, which is different to some races this season, where one person has gone out to make sure the game doesn't break. So currently, as it stands, LSJ Rundle, the current Tier 3 champion, is leading the way on 49 points, sorry. But second to him is V2X Combat in the Haas, who hasn't turned up today, surprisingly. And Pluto, the winner from Monaco last time out, still in the garage in his Williams. Raptor, are you in the game? Okay, that's brilliant. And TRT Danny has a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Such J. Not a good start for the 2 Haas drivers. Danny tiptoeing round. Yeah, he's got damage on the right side. The right side of his front wing. It's got to be yellow damage at least, surely. Full damage still in play, as we did not know the weather before. We can't make exceptions. It's full damage for everyone. Tom Katori, oh, with a little slide. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like a... Oh, what was that? Y-Boy Jake is backwards, and he's taken off his front wing. He might be trying to get himself disqualified from this session. As long as he doesn't interfere with other cars. There's another yellow flag. I think it might be... Yeah, it's Deluxe in his Alfa Romeo. Struggling to keep it on track, I see. And I'm assuming this first time lap he will have abandoned. I've been told the weather is wet. I don't know whether that's stating the obvious for the race, or whether that's stating the obvious for this quali session, my bad. The actual race itself. But anyway. Tom's coming up to the final corner now. He will be the first person to get a time lap on the board. Keeping it steady through the final corner. No DRS in play, and it's a 1:46.7 for the racing point. I believe the next car to cross the line is going to be... oh no, sorry. Joe was starting his lap. So it will be... No, it might... I think it might be Blue Goggy. Yep, Blue Goggy passes his teammate, a 1:45.2. Obviously, we have no gauge of times, or certainly I don't. So it'll be fun to see the times as bad as Rundle and Y-Boy Lewis all set times. Y-Boy Lewis goes second, and you'd expect a lot more grip and a lot better driving in these conditions, especially as he's in the best car. Expilo as well, tier 2 champion with a 145.6, only a tenth, just under a tenth, sorry, off the Mercedes. He's filling in the Alfa Romeo, not a car that he's used to. He's full-time AlphaTauri on Sundays, and Atlantis tops the time in his AlphaTauri with a 145.0. Rundle, the current tier 3 champion and also the current leader of the standings in his Renault, only managed to get a 145.9 in P6. I believe that McLaren's will be the next to set a lap as well. Starting with Joe. Goes a bit wide out of the final corner. I think he's gone for his second one now, which also means the Williams of Pluto will be the next one. Glowing brakes, keeps it nice and tidy out the final corner. Is he? Oh, it didn't. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Lewis just improved. I didn't notice that, but he did. Lewis just did improve to a 144.777. I hope he's in the car of Bottas with his last 3 numbers like that. And now he's parked, which is odd. He's in neutral. Okay, that's a first. Most people peeling back into the pits. I don't know if anyone else is going to set a time. I'm just trying to figure out where people are on track. I think Pluto will most likely be the next person to set a time. Purple Sector 2 on the map. Don't know whether that's for real. Constantly fighting the Williams around the bowl-shaped turn. Flat out down the back straight. Braking at the 100 board. Down to second gear. Up to third, short shifting. Final corner now. Kept it clean again. Not invalid this time. This one will stand. And it's a 45.1, which moves him up to P3. I think Danny will be the next person to properly set a time. Joe Zef1, also known as Milo Gaming, crosses the line with a 145.7, goes just above his teammate JSE Graham. Such is invalid. Most people are out for a second go. So after the first run, Y-Boy Lewis tops the timing with a 144.7 in the Mercedes. He peels into the pits. Atlantis is going for a second go, along with a couple of other drivers. Joe being the main one. Oh, he's gone a bit deep there. Such J, the only driver out on track currently who's not set a time in the Haas. And the camera's just broke. We're back onto Such now. I don't think he's actually going for this lap. I think this might be an in-lap. So we'll have to keep an eye on other people. Atlantis just underneath his time. I believe. Such up to P3 with his first time lap. 1:45.1. I do see a Williams round in the final corner. It's Pluto, he's peeling off into the pits. The next car is an Alfa Romeo, which must be Deluxe because Expelo's also in the pits. I think Deluxe is having a second go at his lap. Hot lap activated. And he invalidates on the final curb. Would have been a 1:46.1, so 5/10 quicker. And enough to just get him out of the Q1 elimination zone, but sadly he's bottled it at the final hurdle. Joseph now peels into the pits. I believe there's an AlphaTauri behind him of Atlantis, who I think is going for another go. Maybe it's practice, but I'd say he was relatively safe with that time, especially in Q1. Improved to a 1:44.8. Very close to Y-Boy Lewis's time. Are they forgetting it's full quali? They're fighting for a pole time now or something. I believe Tom's now going for his lap in his Racing Point. Almost said Alpine, don't know why. Oh, someone just reset to track. I caught that. I'm sorry, but I caught that, Badders. I saw you go deep into the pit lane and get reset. But in the pit lane, that might be the game, so we'll have to cut him some slack and find out. But I did catch it, and I'm sorry. Aronok on 3/10 off his best time on that previous lap. Going for another one now. That's permitting that the game was telling the complete truth, which it tends to not do. Bit of oversteer out of that corner. Oh. Ooh. He was a second up apparently as well, but that's according to the game, so once again, nobody knows how believable that is. Has he got damage? Yes. Ooh, and he almost lost it again. Deluxe retires. Yeah, whilst we focus on that, Atlantis improved his time with a 1:44.448. If only he was 4 milliseconds quicker. Yellow flag. Oh, Expelo's off. Not what you would expect from someone like him, and I think Joseph has finally realised that there's no actual need to go out again, as Tom Katori, Deluxe and Jake are all... Well, Tom Katori retired. Oh, he's left as well. Brilliant. And Jake has retired, so in theory everyone could retire and we could wrap up with Q1 early. But I know there's going to be someone who's against that. Yellow flags around Graham. I I think he's just really slow. Ooh, another yellow flag. I think Atlantis. He might have been pulled over. Blue Gorgie with another retirement. In theory, if everyone comes back to the pits, we can all retire and move on to Q2. Which would be nice. Oh, McLaren, communist, I believe, peeling out the way. Wing damage as well, so he's clipped a car or the wall somewhere. Rundle's just using this session for practice now, as I don't think there's any real reason why he should be continuing. Aaron Ocon retires. So now we're purely waiting on Rundle. He's the only car out on track. Graham retires. Yeah. Just nurse the car home, that's all he realistically has to do. Not pick up any damage. And as the clock strikes 0, Rundle peels off into the pit lane. So you run down for qualifying 1, we have Atlantis currently in P1 with a 144.4, Y-Boy Lewis and his Mercedes in 2nd, who led most of the session, Such J, who took a couple of attempts to get a lap, but when he did he got it right, in 3rd, Graham in 4th, Pluto in 5th, Aaron Ocon in 6th, Expilo in 7th, Danny in 8th, Com in 9th, Blue Gorgie in 10th, Badders in 11th, Rundle in 12th, then Joseph, and I believe the 2 drivers out were Deluxe and... no, Deluxe is in. Who was out? Y-Boy Jake? Y-Boy Jake and Tom. Yeah, there we go. Q2 gets underway. Lewis is the first to make a move in the black Mercedes. Oh no, Racing Point has peeled out ahead of him. I believe it's Blue Got and the Haas has pulled out ahead of him, which is Danny. There's an Alfa Romeo ahead of him. It's Expilo. or Expelo Jam, as his account's now named. Currently on his out lap. Trying to... the track looks like it's drying as well. I don't think it's raining much very more. That didn't make sense. I don't think it's raining much anymore. There's now... he comes into Sector 3 with a train of cars behind him, all ready to go through out of Q2 into Q3. Due to the intermediate conditions, as long as this session doesn't end up dry, each driver will be able to have a free tyre selection for the race. Oh, as he has a bit of a moment there. Comes around the final corner, ready to start his lap.